What's up, Fantasy 18 Nation? I'm your host, Josh Jenkins, and tonight we are going to reveal our top 10 fantasy running back rankings for the 2021 fantasy football season. I would also like to welcome Zach Roberts back to the show. Welcome back, Zach.
Hey, thanks for having me back. I appreciate you.
Yeah, let's dive right on into it. We'll start off with your number one running back.
Okay, this is who I got as number one. I believe most everyone has the same number one as me, but got to go with Christian McCaffrey. When you look back at his 2019 season when he was healthy, he put up 1,387 yards rushing, 15 touchdowns, along with 116 receptions, which is crazy for a running back, with 1,005 yards to go along with it and 4 more touchdowns. So if the guy can stay healthy, he will be a super beast in your fantasy league and maybe even win the league for you if he stays healthy through all 17 games.
Yeah, I agree.
Go ahead.
I agree with that. He is the number one fantasy running back.
Now, here at the number 2 position, there's, for the PPR league people, you might want to pick Alvin Cook, but I'll tell you why I have Derrick Henry at number 2. I got Derrick Henry at number 2. He's had 2,027 yards, 5th best ever in a season last season, and he had 17 touchdowns. If you look at the way they looked like in the playoffs, they were running the ball strong and everything. They could have easily made it further. I look for Henry to build on what he did last year and maybe even have some more receiving yards. So then next would be number 3 would be Dalvin Cook. If the guy can stay healthy, because he has problems staying on the field sometimes, if he can stay healthy, his yardage last year was 1,557 yards rushing, 16 touchdowns, along with 44 receptions, 361 yards receiving, and a touchdown. So as long as he stays healthy, I believe those numbers can go up this year.
Yeah, as long as he stays healthy, which he managed to stay pretty healthy back in 2020. So we'll see what this year holds.
Yeah. So maybe he can expand on those numbers. So number 4, I got Alvin Kamara. Kind of the same deal. As long as he can stay healthy, he's a dual threat back. He had 932 yards rushing and 16 touchdowns, along with 83 receptions, 756 yards receiving, and 5 more touchdowns. A true dual threat and a game breaker anytime he touches the ball.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to be the safety net for Jameis Winston this year. I think he'll help him out quite a bit.
Which is, for those that listen to the quarterback video, we said Jameis Winston was one of our sleeper picks. We believe he's going to have a tremendous season. Alvin Kamara will be definitely a part of that.
Oh, yeah.
So moving on right along, we'll go to number 5. We got Saquon Barkley. He had 1,003 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns in the 2019 season, along with 52 receptions and 438 yards receiving with 2 more touchdowns. And the numbers the year before that, I believe, were even better. So as long as he can stay healthy, he's another true dual threat back, and they're going to need him in New York, I think, because their offense is struggling a little bit on the passing side. So if he can have a better season, it'll open up the passing for him. So look for that's what the game plan is going to be. So Saquon Barkley is a great pick at number 5.
Yeah, I think they're rebuilding that team up there in New York, so he might be the only bright star on that team this year, but we'll see.
I agree. So moving along, I got number 6, Jonathan Taylor. After his rookie season, he put up 1,169 yards rushing with 11 TDs, and he also put up 36 receptions for 299 yards and another TD. So since that was a rookie, if he doesn't slump as a sophomore, as a second year, he's another dual threat back, and behind that great O-line there in Indy, I believe his numbers are going to go up.
Yeah, I agree with that. They got a good line up there, and they brought in Carson Wentz. So we'll see what happens.
So we'll see what happens. I agree. So these 2 guys could probably be flip-flopped, but I've got Aaron Jones coming in at number 7. He had 1,140 yards rushing last year with 9 touchdowns. And then he kind of come from behind with a bunch of passing. So I think he's on the rise. Aaron Jones is. And with what happened with Aaron Rodgers in the offseason, kind of a question mark with the passing game there. So I believe Aaron Jones is going to have a great season there.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so moving on down the list, number 9, you got Ezekiel Elliott. He didn't have the best season last year, but considering all the bad things that happened, he still put up 979 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns, 52 yards receiving for 338 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns. I believe that these numbers will go up this year, especially with Dak coming back if he's healthy. He kind of has a strain or something going on right now, they say, so they're going to lean on Zeke early probably. And you know how Zeke is. Once he gets going, he's at the bell cow. So he could easily be higher on this list if he had such a weird season and didn't have as high as numbers last year. So we're looking for those to go up this year.
Yeah, as long as that line can stay together, I think they might be a little better this year. We'll find out.
We'll find out. So this last number 10 pick was hard for me because I believe a lot of my honorable mention guys could easily be this number 10 pick. But I went ahead and went with David Montgomery. He had 1,007 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns, 54 yards receiving receptions, and 438 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns. I believe he is on the rise. He's got great talent. With what they're doing there behind their defense and stuff, they want to control the clock and stuff there. So as long as they're not playing from behind, I believe that they'll be on the field a lot. And he's a dual threat as well. So he can receive the ball with 54 receptions for almost 500 yards. So.
Yeah, Chicago is going to need him this year. I don't really think they've. I mean, I know they've named the starter for this year, and they're going to leave Fields as the backup. Yeah, Andy Dalton starter.
Easily change, and whether it is Dalton or Fields, they're still going to lean on the running game and their defense. That's why I put David Montgomery.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, now, if you guys want to get to some of my honorable mentions, some more dual threat guys that potential could have some big years are Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Chase Edmonds, Miles Sanders, and Austin Eckler. These guys catch the ball out of the backfield and run the ball, and when they make the most of their carries. 2 more bell cow guys that get the ball a lot that kind of more under the radar is Josh Jacobs and James Robinson, undrafted rookie last year. He ran for over 1,000 yards as a rookie, so I look for him to go up, on a rise. Our sleeper pick is because J.K. Dobbins went down, so Gus Edwards is going to probably, take the load there. So he should definitely have a great season. And I don't want to forget about Chris Carson or Myles Gaskin. Both those guys can also have seasons. Could easily be right here at 10 or within these honorable mentions. So.
Yeah. Sounds like a good bit of information for the viewers to take to be able to figure out who they want to take in their drafts, fill out their lineups. So.
Yeah, it's just, this is like a guide you guys can refer back to depending on when you're drafting and what's happening, in front of you, give you some ideas of how you can make up some points if you're not able to get the top guys at certain positions. So we'll talk more about that in some of the other videos. And if you guys got questions or comments, please don't hesitate. We love to interact with our fans and people that watch our videos. So we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, always. If you have a comment, please drop it down there and we will answer it as quickly as possible. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button,